I'm Rachael Christine Woody. I'm the archivist at Linfield College, home to the Oregon Wine History Archive. The Oregon Wine History Archive has tons of primary materials from the Oregon wine industry that chronicle the history of the industry in Oregon, its growth, evolution, legislative changes, communities it's been involved with, and really growing the brand and the quality of Oregon wine. For this particular project and exhibit, it's been a wonderful partnership with faculty Professor Sharon Bailey-Glasco, as well as two Linfield students, Lydia Hines and Julian Adoff, and using students to research the primary materials in the archives, conduct oral history interviews with people in the industry and the Latino community, and using archive materials and those interviews to present what you see here, which is an exhibit that will be bilingual, that has 6 bilingual panels, as well as 2 TVs playing 20 minutes worth of video clips from the oral history interviews that will interact with the objects that we have on display here. This research will be used in the classrooms and also will continue in the next few summers as we evolve the project and our knowledge of Oregon wine history. What excites me about this project is that it really gets into the community. We've been very involved with the wine industry here, but this, I think, gets us one level deeper. We're interacting with the Latino population and vineyard workers that aren't typically the ones out front. They're not the mouthpieces of the industry, and yet they have such a great, rich story that completes what we know of the industry's history. And so here we're getting to hear voices that we've never heard before, and it just paints a much richer picture.
I'm Professor Sharon Bailey-Glasco. I teach in the history department. I have a PhD in Mexican history, and so that's my background in terms of my research. What I like about this project is that not only does it allow students to become engaged in the process of research and building exhibits and those kinds of things, but it also really tells a story that most people aren't familiar with, and that's the story of migrant laborers in the Willamette Valley. These workers have been so important in helping establish the industry and really get the industry growing. People of both Hispanic and more broadly Latino background have been in Oregon since the mid-19th century. So it's a very important story to get out there, and I'm very excited to bring some of this stuff into my classroom and to see what students think and perhaps inspire a few students from those courses to join us in the upcoming semesters and summers to continue working on this research.
My name is Julian Adoff. I'm a mass communications major, and I've actually worked indirectly with the Linfield Center for the Northwest. I participated in this project because I actually heard about the wine archives when I was applying to school here, and I thought would be really cool to work in the archives and work on a new and developing project, and so that's what I am doing.
My name is Lydia Hines. I'm going to be a senior history major. I first got involved with the project when Professor Glasgow approached me because of my background with Spanish. I spent a semester in Oaxaca, Mexico, and my minor is in Spanish, so that's kind of where that came in. Being a history major, most of my research experience has been in the library, looking at a lot of books and researching sort of that way. So it's kind of interesting for me. I can see history happening, looking at Latinos in the wine industry now.